Hey everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all things budget, beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. If that sounds interesting to you, become the newest member of the Swatched squad by hitting the subscribe button. This week's Swatched squad member of the week is Sherry Lampier. Sherry, you are so sweet and your comments always make me smile. You can be featured in my next video by subscribing here or following me on Instagram. Today I'm doing a fun video that's inspired by a series that fellow beauty YouTuber Ashley Clady does over on her channel. I will link her below. Today I'm gonna be ranking my liquid lipsticks from best to worst. Don't get me wrong, I love all these products, but we're gonna be ranking them from least to most favorite. So let's get straight into it with number 10. Alright, the worst out of my favorite liquid lipsticks is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick. This liquid lipstick is a little bit of a fusion between a gloss and a lipstick. It definitely has that glossy feel and it does not dry down. But you're getting the color payoff of a liquid lipstick. Definitely good if you want to avoid a matte feeling, if your lips are feeling dry. The texture is very cushy, like I said, gloss-like, but not sticky at all. But obviously, because it does not dry down, this is going to last the least amount of time out of all of these lipsticks, which is why I'm rating it the worst. It is not transfer proof, it is not smudge proof, it will end up all over whatever cup you're drinking out of. This shade is Bud Romance from their Rebel Rose collection, which is limited edition but still available now. Alright, number 9. This may surprise people because it's such a cult classic, but it didn't really make the ranks any higher than this just for me and among my other favorites. I'm talking about the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. Aside from just being such a classic beauty product that has really held its own throughout the years, this line of liquid lipsticks is so expansive. You can find a shade for any look you want to do. The formula is comfortable, it's a little bit plumping, it definitely smooths out the lines in your lips, and you do get this really nice powdery matte finish that's not too flat. And the shade that I'm applying here is San Francisco, one of my favorites to wear during spring and summer. Where this falls short for me is that it is a little bit of a thicker formula. It can get a little bit clumpy if you layer it too much. And with that said, this is not really reapplication friendly, especially as it fades around the inner portion of your lip. This will definitely give you butthole lip. You kind of just have to take off your lip if you want to reapply and freshen up. If you try to just reapply right over it, you'll kind of see a line of demarcation. Also, you don't want to wear this if your lips are already dry for sure. Coming in at number 8, you may have seen me review this here on my YouTube channel. It's the BH Cosmetics Liquid Linen Liquid Lipstick. So I have a video swatching all of the lipsticks in this collection, at least when it first came out. I will leave that link below. I really love the formula of these liquid lipsticks. Very thin, very liquidy, so they feel lightweight and barely there when they dry down. They're also very smooth, very long lasting. These cling to your lips, but they can feel a little bit on the dry side if your lips are already dry, and they can get a little bit crackly if you have a lot of lip lines. Two of the major downfalls of this liquid lipstick, the lighter shades can be a little bit streaky, but the main thing that I spoke about in my swatch video previously was that the actual shades of the lipstick do not match the packaging and they do not match the online product page at all. So you might think you're buying one shade and you're gonna get something very different. I do a comparison of what's on the box versus the actual shade in that video, so definitely check it out if you're thinking about buying these. Next up at number 7 is the Juvia's Place liquid lipstick. I was kind of surprised. I was on the fence about, where to rank this. There's one kind of major thing that puts this a little lower than some of my other liquid lipsticks, even though I love this. There are a lot of great things about this liquid lipstick that I love. It's so lightweight. As it dries, it just barely feels like there's anything on your lips. The consistency is pretty liquidy. You're able to put on a very thin layer that dries down to be silky, very flexible, and completely opaque in one swipe. The finish on this is very close to flat matte, but it's comfortable. It's not drying on the lips. And the shade I'm applying here is Afrik. Why this ranked so low amongst my favorites though is that it almost dries down too quickly, which makes it very unforgiving. Because this dries down so quickly and it's so long lasting, if you kind of mess up a line on your lip or you get it in a place you don't want, it can be a little hard to salvage that. So it can be a little tricky to work with, but it's still a nice lipstick to wear. All right, we're down to number 6 with yet another BH Cosmetics lipstick. This is the BH Cosmetics Cashmere Cream. This is another one that I have a full swatch video of, so again, I will link that below. The first time I used these lipsticks, they felt very similar to the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, but better. It has a very similar moussey texture, but with less of the downsides. They definitely feel more flexible on the lips than the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, and they are layerable. They're super smooth, they kind of fill in the lines of your lips. They dry down to be very, very long lasting, but you'll still get a little bit of shine to them. They're not a flat matte. And the shade I'm applying here is Savage. All right, we're down to the middle of the road, my top 5. And next up we have the Covergirl Melting Pout Matte Liquid Lipsticks. So again, a very comfy, moussey texture with these. And these do dry down quickly, but they're creamy enough to be forgiving if you do kind of make a mistake and you need to smudge some off. The most impressive thing about these liquid lipsticks though are the wear time. I've gotten 10 hours of really consistent wear with very minimal fading even while eating and drinking. I wore this to a wedding that I was a bridesmaid in, and I was constantly like, oh, I don't need to reapply anytime I checked my compact. And here you see me applying the shade Coral Chronicles, which is a little bit more of like a peachy shade, but I don't know, it's called Coral. Very smooth, very comfortable wear all day. Like I said, I wore it for 10 hours, no issues. I will say though that the pink and more neutral shades in this line perform a little bit better than the more bold and dark shades because they don't apply completely opaque. So the pinks and neutrals are a little more forgiving in that sense. All right, next up, one of my top 4 best liquid lipsticks, and I hope this doesn't come too far out from left field, but the Revlon Kiss Cushion Lip Tints. Amazing. So this is called a lip tint, but I feel like it applies way more like a liquid lipstick, and I keep them with my liquid lipsticks also. It has buildable color, and once it dries down, it is pretty long lasting, and as it fades, you are left with that tint underneath, so you're never going to like wear this off. And the shade I'm applying here is Naughty Mauve. Thinner layers definitely do last longer though, and they kind of dry down to a demi-matte, slightly shiny finish. Thinner layers will give you the least amount of transfer, and they're just super comfortable. They are very smooth. They feel good on the lips. Again, this is one that I was reaching for a lot over the past several months where my lips were just feeling dry. Didn't want to really wear matte lipsticks, but I wanted the color, and these have buildable pigment. One thing about these though is that because they have a sponge tip applicator, you cannot really get precise with the color, so I have a hard time overdrawing my lips with these and getting it to be like a nice sharp outline. They kind of have a balmy feel to them, very nice. All right, we are down to my best 3 liquid lipsticks in my collection. And coming in at number 3 is the Pixi Beauty MatteLast Liquid Lip. I feel like a lot of people sleep on Pixi makeup. They do awesome skincare, but their makeup doesn't really get a lot of hype, but these deserve the hype. Just like the name suggests, these last a long time, even through eating. Some oily foods will definitely break them down in the inner area, but other than that, these will stay on your lips. Average wear time is about 4 to 6 hours before I feel like I need to touch up, and it's usually just in the very inner portion of my lips. And the shade you see me applying here is called Really Rose. Even though they're so long lasting, they're easy to remove, which is nice. They're also very comfortable. Often I forget that I'm even wearing lipstick when I'm wearing this. The applicator though is what really sets these apart. I think it's the most tapered applicator out of all of my liquid lipsticks, so I can get a very precise application. Despite them being called MatteLast, this is a pretty demi-matte finish. It's not gonna be flat, you'll have a little bit of shine left, but it dries down enough to be long lasting, to be more transfer proof. All right, we have 2 of my best liquid lipsticks next, and I feel like it would be a cop-out to say that these really are kind of a tie, because I feel like they're a little bit apples and oranges depending on what you're going for, but I'm going to rank them in just the order of like what I use the most. So coming in at second best is the Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick. I don't think there's any denying that this is the most long-lasting liquid lipstick at the drugstore. This stuff will stay on your lips all day long, and it's actually a little bit difficult to remove it. Wipes are usually not enough. Coconut oil kind of helps, but yeah, I mean, you could shower with this on and it'll look like you just applied it. Super, super pigmented, and again, this line has expanded so much over the past few years that it is a very, very expansive color collection. And here you see me applying the shade Lover. Now, despite all that, here's the reason why this is not number one. The formula of this liquid lipstick is a little bit thick. It's very easy to apply too much and have it feel goopy on the lips. Thinner layers will give you more of a flat matte look. It'll also make it more long lasting so that you don't get as much fading in the inner portion of your lip. It'll also make sure that you are able to reapply easily without having to rub off more and even it out. Sometimes if you start out with a really thick layer and then you try to reapply where it's worn off, you can kind of see that difference. So it can be a little bit of a learning curve with these to find out how much to apply so that not only do they live up to their potential of being super long lasting, but that they stay comfortable as well. But once you master that, once you kind of get the hang of it, there's no stopping this liquid lipstick. All right, and the number one best liquid lipstick in my collection, it's the one that I'm wearing right now, the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip. Today I'm wearing the shade Magentle Formula, and it kind of says it all about this formula. It's gentle, it's moisturizing, it's comfortable. It's got hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, avocado oils, so not only does it just feel comfortable on the lips, but it's actually nourishing them. It's a soft matte again, it's not flat, it will retain a little bit of shine, more of a natural skin finish kind of look. They do a really great job lasting on your lips. Again, oily food is pretty much the one thing that will definitely defeat it, but otherwise I can wear these 6 to 8 hours, and the bolder shades do leave a little bit of a stain behind, so as they fade, you still have that color underneath to make it look like it's lasting longer. These liquid lipsticks also have a pretty good tapered point for precise application, which I love, but overall the reason why this makes number one best liquid lipstick in my collection is the comfort, the color payoff, and the lasting power. Even when I have dry patches, this formula glides over everything and just makes them look healthier. And the fact that they feel good on my lips, and I know that my lips aren't going to feel parched after I take it off at the end of the day. If anything, they feel smoother. That's awesome. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, were there any surprises with how I ranked my liquid lipsticks from worst to best? And are any of these liquid lipsticks your number one? Let me know in the comments below. If you want me to continue making videos like these where I kind of rank my favorites from worst to best, let me know, hit thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, become the newest member of the Swatched squad. And if you've already done that, then you are awesome. But have you hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live? YouTube's doing this thing where even if you're a subscriber, it doesn't like show you my videos, so hitting the bell will make sure you don't miss anything. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!